Welcome, dear friends, to this creative space where wood, imagination, and purpose meet, and thank you for being here with me today. I want to speak to you as someone who has spent more than 30 years working with wood, learning its moods, respecting its limits, and discovering its endless potential, especially when it comes to creating unique abstract wall art that can completely transform small spaces. Small rooms, apartments, narrow hallways, compact studios, and quiet corners are often overlooked in design, yet they hold some of the greatest opportunities for both artistic expression and business growth. Over the decades, I have learned that when space is limited, creativity becomes sharper, intention becomes clearer, and art becomes more powerful because every line, texture, shadow, and material choice must matter. Abstract wood wall art is uniquely suited for this purpose because it does not rely on size alone to make an impact. Instead, it uses emotion, balance, rhythm, and story to change how a space feels. And when done well, it can make a small room feel expansive, warm, and deeply personal. In modern homes, especially in cities, people are living closer together, with less square footage but higher expectations for comfort and beauty. They want their homes to feel calm, stylish, and expressive without being crowded. And this is where abstract wall art becomes not just decoration, but a solution. Through years of creating and installing wooden wall pieces, I have watched small spaces open up visually when the right artwork is placed thoughtfully. A vertical abstract panel can make a low ceiling feel taller, layered wooden forms can add depth to a flat wall, and natural wood tones can soften sharp corners and artificial lighting. Abstract art works so well in these environments because it invites interpretation rather than demanding attention. It doesn't tell the viewer what to see. It allows them to feel. And this feeling of openness is exactly what small spaces need. As a woodworker thinking about business, this approach is incredibly powerful. Small space-friendly wall art is easier to transport, easier to ship, and easier for customers to imagine in their own homes. Over the years, I've found that people living in apartments are often more willing to invest in meaningful art because they are selective. They can't buy many large pieces, so they choose one or two items that truly define their space. When you create unique abstract wood art designed specifically for small spaces, you are offering something practical and emotional at the same time. You are solving a problem while telling a story, and that combination is what builds strong, lasting businesses. Abstract wood art also allows you, as a maker, to work more freely and sustainably. You don't need massive slabs or perfect boards. Smaller pieces of wood, offcuts, reclaimed materials, and layered components can come together to form striking compositions. In my own workshop, some of the most successful pieces I've sold were made from materials others would have thrown away. Thin strips became flowing lines, small blocks became rhythmic patterns, and imperfect textures became the soul of the piece. Customers loved knowing that their artwork was not only handmade, but thoughtfully designed to fit their lifestyle and their space. This kind of storytelling adds value far beyond the cost of materials. Designing for small spaces teaches discipline. You learn to consider proportion, negative space, and how light interacts with surfaces. You begin to think about how a piece looks not just on a wall, but from across the room, from an angle, in more multiple decorative items, reducing clutter while increasing impact. From a content creation perspective, this journey is also incredibly engaging for viewers. Filming the process of creating abstract wall art, from selecting wood to arranging forms, sanding surfaces, and applying finish, becomes a calming, inspiring experience. Viewers watching from their own small apartments often imagine where the piece might hang in their home. They don't just watch, they visualize. This emotional connection is what turns viewers into subscribers, subscribers into customers, and customers into advocates for your brand. Over time, your channel becomes known not just for woodworking, but for thoughtful design that understands real living spaces. I have seen many woodworkers struggle because they chase large furniture projects or compete with mass-produced decor. But those who focus on unique, artistic solutions for modern living often find a more sustainable and fulfilling path. Abstract wall art does not compete with factories. It exists in a different world, one where individuality matters. When you sign your work, share your story, and explain your design choices, you are no longer just selling wood. You are offering perspective, taste, and care. People trust that. They invite it into their homes. As we come closer to the end of this reflection, I want to remind you that transforming small spaces is not about making them look bigger, but about making them feel right. Wood has a natural ability to ground a space, to bring warmth and balance, and when shaped into abstract art, it speaks a quiet language that people respond to instinctively. For you as a woodworker, this is a chance to build a business that respects material, supports sustainability, and meets a real, growing need in modern homes. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If this journey into unique abstract wall art for small spaces inspired you, if it sparked an idea or encouraged you to look at your own workshop and materials differently, please like this video, share it with your family and friends who love home decor and woodworking, and leave a comment below telling us what kind of small space wall art you would love to create or display in your home. Your support helps this channel grow and allows us to continue sharing inspiration, experience, and creativity from the workshop to homes around the world. Until next time, may your ideas stay bold, your hands stay patient, and may every small space you touch be transformed by thoughtful, handmade art.